Hi guys, I thought I'd do a quick video on my Zwift streaming and racing setup. I've been on Zwift for just over 2 years now, and I've when I first started Zwifting, it was literally a for iPhone or tablet in front of the bike in the garage, and I love Zwift. Obviously, I do a lot of racing on it, spend a lot of time on it, training and racing. And I've upgraded my hardware and my software over the last 2 years, and picked up a lot of tips. And hopefully, there might be something you can pick up from this. Or if you want to comment and give me some new ideas, that's great because I'm always looking to improve my setup and upgrade equipment. So we moved recently from I used to Zwift in quite a large conservatory that was very well ventilated. And since the move, I'm now in this room here, and we're standing in the doorway, and I've got a window behind me and the fan in front of me. So as you can probably appreciate, in the summer and some of the hot days, I was getting quite hot and sweating quite a lot, and heart rate was a lot higher than normal. It's obviously easing off a little bit now. Now we're coming out the summer. But anyway, yeah, I'll run through the equipment that I use and also some of the software I use. Some of the equipment is more expensive than others. I tend to try and shop cheap if I can. I'll just mention some of the equipment that I bought cheap and some of the ideas I had as we go along. So the first thing I'll say is the the bike that I've got was from I think I got it from Decathlon, BT Win Ultra AF. I think it was about £1,000. So kind of a standard price for a road bike. And I'm now using the Wahoo Kickr 2018 trainer. Um, I've been on that now for a couple of months. I used to have the Snap, the Kickr Snap, which I loved. Great trainer to start out on. And I've still got that. Keep that in the garage. If it's a really hot day, sometimes I'll pop in the garage because I've got my training bike in there, and I'll use that. Yeah, the bike behind's my TT bike, which I've hardly used in 2 years. I won't tell you how much that was. Uh, and yeah, so as you can see, it's quite tight in there. I've got a window behind me and the fan in front, and the as you can see there, the two screens. I mean, they're literally right in my face, but I've not had a problem with neck ache or backache or anything like that, so I'm not too worried about that at the moment. The computer that you can see there, the PC, that was built for me by my brother. It's specifically for Zwift, so it's a gaming PC. Um, I'll put the details, whatever details I know, in the description for this video, as well as all the other hardware and a mention of the software, whatever I already know. But yeah, this PC links to a large 4K Ultra TV that you can see there. That's the one that I have the Zwift game on, and then I have a monitor underneath that which runs Streamlabs OBS. That's the streaming software I use, and I can put up anything there, obviously, on that monitor from the PC. So I like to have Zwift Power Live when I'm racing, so I get the data, the information as I'm racing. I can see who I'm racing against and how I'm doing. I can get anything there off the internet as I'm cycling along. I can bring up Netflix, if I'm going for a training ride and I just want to watch a movie or something, or I can get BBC News on there. So that's all good. Basic fan. I can't remember which the fan was, but it wasn't that expensive. It's adequate. It's more than adequate, actually. I don't think I've ever used the highest setting on it. And it's got a remote control as well, so that's always handy. On top of the PC, I have a condenser microphone that I was on Amazon. I think I paid £15-20 for that. You can see just underneath that I have the earphones. I use the earphones when I'm streaming and when I want to use Zoom. So if I have a friend who's doing the same race as me and they want to pop on and we want to have a bit of a laugh and a chat while we're racing, because I do that quite a lot, as you see on my YouTube channel, Then I'll have zoom up on the monitor below, again, hidden behind Zwift Power Live or behind Streamlabs OBS. And yeah, we can chat away in my earphones, and they can hear me in my earphones, and that's not a problem. As soon as I turn the earphones off, the sound starts coming through the TV, so that's brilliant. Then on the should mention also that I, as well as the smart trainer, the Kickr, recently bought some Assiomas. I don't know if you can get it in this shot. Oh, there you go. So you can see on the front of the bike, I have a Wahoo bolt, and I've connected that to my Assioma pedals on the bike. Just wonder if I can go back and show you that. Yeah, you probably just about see it there. So on the bottom of the bike, you can see I've got some Assioma parameters pedals, and that means I can now dual record, so I can match up the power coming through the pedals with the power coming through the smart trainer. So that's always useful, and that's pretty good for verification if I ever want to do any high profile racing. And then as you can see here, this is my view as I'm cycling along. So I've got the fan blasting in front of my face. I've got the Wahoo bolt just there that gives me a power reading. I can kind of see how the Assiomas and the smart trainer are matching up when I'm cycling along, because I can just see on the top of the screen, see the top left there of the TV, the watts coming through the smart trainer, and then I've got the watts coming through the Wahoo bolt. So yeah, that's my view. There's a little, you can see there's a little second camera there. I've got the main camera on top of the TV, HD camera. That's the one I use for streaming. And you can see on the small monitor underneath, I've got Streamlabs OBS up. And right in the middle of that monitor, that's what comes up on my stream. So I don't know if you can make it out. I'm just kind of standing there next to the Zwift game, which is also on the main screen on the top there. And yeah, there's a little camera underneath that monitor. Probably just about make that out. Second camera. I can connect that up. I tend to connect that up just to zoom, so that the people I'm zooming with can see me. And then we have just to the left of the TV is I've got my iPad on a stand, and I have the Zwift companion app on that. So I've got basically three screens to look at while I'm cycling along. I've got the main screen in front of me that I'm looking at most of the time, and then on the monitor beneath, I've got anything I want to play with regards to the streaming and anything on the internet, and the companion apps on the iPad right next to me. And if I want to do it, if I want to press any buttons in game, if I want to use my power ups or whatever, then I can do that on my iPad next to me. It gets a bit, anybody who uses a tablet that's plugged in while you're racing, it gets a bit sticky to activate various options on the screen when it's being plugged in, when the charger's plugged in. So if I can remember, I always try and pull the charger out if I'm coming up towards the end of a race, and I need to tap that power up straight away, because otherwise you've got to hold your finger on it for a second or two. I've got a Wahoo Kickr heart rate monitor, and I have the Wahoo Cadence on the bike, so I get real-time readings of heart rate, cadence, and that's about it. The table next to me has, this on screen again. So the table next to me, which you can't see in the shot at the moment, I have a towel for when I'm sweating really heavily in a race. I've got a couple of remote controls. Oh, here we go. So this is the table I have next to me. Have I've got the keyboard, which is actually in my hand now. And if I ever want to message anybody during a race or ever want to do anything on the internet, this is really handy. Bluetooth keyboard. I've got the white remote control for the fan and remote control for television and my phone if I need it. And yeah, I've just put a little rubber mat there with the ball clips, as you can see. Really useful, stops things sliding off. So if you want to put any drinks on there and you're worried they might slide off, works really well. And this table's on rollers. I think this table I actually got on eBay for about £10. Picked it up for £10 secondhand. Yeah, the keyboard's good value for money as well. So that's pretty much everything. With regards to streaming, I use, like I said, I use Streamlabs OBS. I did used to use OBS. Streamlabs OBS I find has a few more functions on it. It doesn't work for some people, for some reason, but it works fine for me. I set up everything pretty much myself. I've been, fiddling around with various displays over the years, and I mean, YouTube's always great for getting ideas for streaming setups. This, if you want to get a green screen and you want to go cheap, and as you can see, it doesn't work too badly. The lighting here is not great, so you can see that it's not quite blocking everything out there behind me. But I mean, I bought this green cloth for about £10, I think. Those clips, £1 beach clips, that my mum picked up from the seaside, and they work really, really well. So I can just clip this green screen to anything behind me, whether it's like a window or just anything that you can clip onto, basically, even on pipes, because the clips are so big, and it works perfectly well. So obviously, if the light's changing, it's just clouded over now, so you can see that the green screen isn't working perfectly well. But if the light's just constant, like it was when I was in the conservatory, then it doesn't matter. You get the green screen up, clip it in, play around with a few functions on Streamlabs OBS. It's a lot easier than you think. You can do it in minutes, and that's works perfectly well. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Also, I'll just mention that the microphone that I use, £15–20 microphone. It wasn't great to start with. I wasn't expecting much, but I have a piece of software that I use on it, and I'll put that in the description as well. And it just cancels out the noise, so it's a noise suppressor, and amazing. It cuts out the fan, cuts out the smart trainer, so it's just your voice, literally just your voice that you can hear now. So sometimes it doesn't matter if you buy cheap hardware, as long as you've got software that can upgrade it. It works perfectly well. And that's pretty much it. If you have any other ideas, any tips that can improve my setup, great. If you have any questions, just let me know. Bye.